I couldn't keep it straight. Sorry.
It's just finished. Southampton 0, West Ham 0. We're just same areas, just round the corner that way. We're just heading back to the cars right now. Bez, not the best game.
Nah, not at all. Not the best game. It was just, you can tell it was an international break. It definitely been 2 weeks before we'd played a game. It was just a bit. There was just no final third. We were getting it to, I don't know, the 18-yard box in between the centre circle and the 18-yard, and just going sideways all day. I reckon we spent about 70 minutes doing that towards the old game.
Yeah.
It was just boring. I mean, like I said, I took my nephew to his first game today. Obviously, you all know that I live in Southampton, so this is like a bit of a cup final for me, and it was just. Yeah, it was just boring. I would think I'd rather have been at home watching final score, if I'm honest with you, and save myself 50 quid. So, but here we are. We got a point. Can't really grumble. Yeah, I wanted us to be top at end of play today, but didn't quite happen, did it? So.
No, I think, I don't think anyone played bad today. I think there was 1 or 2 bad moments from individuals, but I don't think anyone played too bad. But that's not the problem. The problem is no one played well. No. I think everybody was bang average, and we've got a lot of players on that pitch capable of changing the game, winning the game, but they didn't turn up today, unfortunately. I thought the 2 best players on the park today were both in a Southampton shirt. I thought Livramento was excellent at right back. I think when Broja come on up front, he tore our centre-backs to pieces, to be honest with you. Yeah. I thought the first 20 minutes, I thought Southampton were the better team. I thought they had an obvious game plan, which was trying to get behind our full-backs. They were trying to sneak Adam Armstrong in. Livramento and Perard, or how you pronounce that left back's name, got forward really well. But we held firm. I don't think we were ever struggling defensively, although they were overrunning us a little bit. Towards the end of the first half, we got a few bits and pieces, but that's all it was. It was just bits and pieces. Yeah, it just wasn't good.
If anyone was going to pinch a goal, it'd have just been a deflection or something like that. And it just wouldn't have felt right. Someone would have nicked it. And
second half, I thought we played a bit better in the second half. I thought we tried. I think we moved up the pitch 10-15 yards a little bit, but
it was still too far away.
Yeah,
because nobody shot.
We still just kept passing it sideways. Instead of passing it around at the halfway line, we're just passing it around halfway inside their half a little bit. I thought we kept giving it to Soufal and Creswell, but neither really had any space. We didn't generate any space to get a decent cross in for the likes of Antonio. Yeah. He was starved of service today. We'll come on to him in just a second though. But overall, a poor game to watch for both sets of supporters and the neutral. I'm Sky and BT will be glad they never picked this game this weekend.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be rewinding it in a hurry. I know
it's been a while since we were last on Match of the Day, but I think we're going to be last on Match of the Day this weekend, and we haven't even seen the other scores. But
to be fair, I'm probably going to be asleep before the last game anyway. So
yes, but anyway, we're going to talk about a couple of individual performers. But let's start with the obvious one, Mikel Antonio, sent off in the last minute or something, second yellow card.
It's just stupidity. It's so, and I'm not going to sit here and say it weren't a yellow, because it was sended off. Why dive in that late? But if I'm honest with you, Gio, I didn't think he looked up to his best today. He lost the ball a couple of times, and then they countered, and it didn't end up to be nothing, but it could have been. And yeah, it was just, he just weren't with it. And I don't know, look, Antonio's been good for us recently, so I'm not going to sit here and slate him. But
no, we're talking about the game.
Yeah,
the season,
but at the same time, he weren't with it today. You know, he didn't want to know for me. He was too busy. I don't know if like the defender's got in his head that Stevens or something early on, because it was a completely different Antonio, wasn't it? Yeah. Usually he is just a pain in the arse. You are Saints fans, and they would say, "Oh, we ain't looking forward to playing Antonio today." Well, I think next time Saints play Antonio, I don't think they're gonna be scared at all about trying to play him. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit of a shame really. I felt the points were there to be taken. I didn't think either team, like you say, were particularly well, and the way Saints are playing at the minute, I genuinely think that they're not a good side. I genuinely think that they're there to be had, and this is the difference. Like this season, if we're gonna push again and keep pushing, we have to take points from there. Like, they hit the post late on, but they didn't have anything else other than that, did they?
No, I think that was all they had really. But it was more than us. We had nothing. At least they had something.
Yeah.
I think to talk about Antonio, I think he was just stupid. It's just stupid. He's let himself and the team down really. Not so much today, because there was only 30 seconds of the game left. But next week we now play Man United with no recognised striker in the team. And it's just, there's no other word other than stupidity, because Bez is right. Jack Stevens got in his head a little bit. They had that squabble over on the side. Both got booked, but one of those players calmed down and got on with it, and the other one didn't, and he's now sent off and will miss next weekend. The highlight of the game is Antonio missing, and I think you're correct. I think the international break had an impact on us, and it's understandable. You know, Soufal's away, Rice is away, Souček's away, Vlasic is away. Obviously, the new players, Vlasic, Kral, and Zuma, had at most 2 training sessions with the team before today. But while that's a reason, I don't think it can be an excuse. The reason why we can't use an excuse is because we've got European football this season now. We have to get used to playing games midweek and then at the weekend. We've got a game on Thursday and a game next Sunday. We're going to have to get used to playing 2 games in 3 days. Also, next month there's an international break. In November there's an international break. We can't almost throw the next league game after an international break, because he's right. We need points. We need to pick up points, plural. This is a bit of a negative review. I'm feeling a bit negative today.
I don't want to be.
No, because we're still unbeaten. We've still got 8 points
I know.
in the first 4 games, and overall the season's still going really well. It's just, it feels like today's a missed opportunity, really, because Southampton weren't excellent. Like I said, I think they had 1 or 2 better players on the pitch than we did, but
it was like you say, you're right, it was a missed opportunity. But then
100%.
again, going towards the end of the game, we were actually quite lucky to nick a point, really. So it was, as much as, like you say, I didn't think Saints were a very good side today, they hit the post and we didn't get nowhere near that. So yeah, it probably was a fair result, if I'm honest with you. A very boring game, a fair result. And yeah, I think we're just both gutted. We started well.
Is there any West Ham players you thought played well today?
I thought Bowen ran his socks off.
Yeah.
I must admit, I thought he was trying to make something happen, although it was going sideways. It was like Mark Noble was on the pitch in a ghost outfit, like that, like the way it was just like side on. But look, I suppose it's easy to sit here and say, oh yeah, why didn't we break down the defence and this, that and the other. We're not on the pitch, but it just seemed like we didn't really have a shot from distance. We weren't mixing it up a bit. And yeah, I thought Bowen, sorry, getting back to your point, I thought Bowen played well today. I mean, I don't really know apart from that.
The one thing I will say that's good and pleasing is, even when we don't play well like today, we didn't lose.
No.
So if you're going to play average and still pick up a point away in the Premier League, that's good going. And while no player I felt played well today, I thought everybody worked hard. There was no we can't question their commitment or their desire today. I thought they worked hard. I thought, you know, Rice was trying to drive the team on as much as possible. I thought he looked a little bit jaded towards the end. I thought, like you said, I thought Bowen ran himself into the ground. Niles ran himself into the ground. I think we just struggled to impose ourselves a little bit, and it felt like the last 10 minutes, it got end to end now and again. It was quite a poor game overall, and I think it felt like both managers were okay with a point from the start of the game.
Oh yeah, it's like they agreed on it.
It feels like Hasenhüttl's like, yeah, I'll take a point against West Ham, good team, avoid defeat, that's right. And it feels a bit like Moyes was a bit like that as well, away from home Premier League. We'll take a point. What this does do going forward, though, is it presents David Moyes an opportunity, because we also had some new players today and we couldn't bring them in for obvious reasons. They joined quite late. But even if they had a week's training, it would have been hard for Moyes to drop any players on merit. I think Craig Dawson's shirt was perhaps up for grabs. Definitely again today, I thought he had that moment where he let Broja in, but so did Ogona. Ogona got sent back to Italy by Broja at one point. What it does do, though, it now allows David Moyes to change the team up for the game against Man United. We've got a game on Thursday.
Yeah, but that's the other thing as well, is like we could have done with a winning momentum to go into the game on Thursday. I thought that it would help our cause a little bit.
I think we will see a rotated side on Thursday. I think we might see Yarmolenko up front and Alex Kral and Vlasic will start, for example. But what does do, this result and the Crystal Palace result, those 2 games combined, allow David Moyes to say to the players on Thursday, play well, you're in the team for Man United. There's now a few places up for grabs, I think, going forward. But anyway, a good point. Just a bit of a disappointing performance, if you like.
A bit of a disappointing point, if that makes sense.
I'll say that. It feels a bit more like 2 dropped than 1 gained at present, but it's a point overall. We got a point here last season. It was 0-0 last season at St Mary's. So it's the same result as last season. Anyway,
we can't complain. We have got a bit of a good record against Southampton down here.
This shows how far West Ham have come.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with a point at Southampton. Like, I know.
My last away game and your last away game before COVID hit was this place. We came here. We won 1-0.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, and we shithoused it.
Yeah, I know.
Right. We were just booting the ball away constantly. we were just clinging up. We went 1-0 up and clung on for dear life to survive, to have a chance of staying in the Premier League. The manager was on his way out in Pellegrini. We had David Martin in goal. No one knew what was going on.
But we got Martin.
Yeah, Martin's in goal.
We got a chance. We got a chance.
Yeah, that song was good then. And today, Pablo Fernaldes's song was good. But what I'm trying to say is, back then, our last away game before COVID was this place.
Yeah.
Where we were trying to stay in the Premier League, where we needed to win. We were buzzing with a 1-0 scrappy win. Today, we've got a point. Arguably, almost played just as well as we did back then when we got the win. We're a bit disappointed. I think that just shows how far West Ham United have come in the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's probably, in a weird way, the most positive thing to come today, to allow yourself to reflect and see where you come from. Anyway, me and Bez are going to disappear. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'm sure you've already checked out Gonzo's review on the channel, but if you haven't, please do, and we'll be back in the week with our preview of our first Europa League group stage game ever. Come on, you Warriors!